Solving quadratic equations using the formula. Now there are some quadratic equations, it doesn't matter how hard you try, you cannot solve them by factorization. As we know, all quadratics of the form are of the form ax squared plus bx plus c is equal to 0. They can be solved by using the quadratic formula, and this can be proved later, that x is equal to minus b plus or minus because you take the square root and get plus or minus, b squared minus 4ac, all divided by 2a. Emphasis on the all there. This is known as the quadratic formula. Right, let's now do one example to show how this is done. So we'll solve 2x squared minus 4x minus 5 is equal to 0. This you cannot factorize, so we'll use the quadratic formula. First of all, we'll compare the original quadratic with ax squared plus bx plus c is equal to 0. And from that we can deduce that a is 2, b is minus 4, and c is minus 5. Always now, next step, write down the formula. That will help you remember it, and then underneath you can substitute the right values in. So x is equal to minus b plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac all over 2a. Now substitute the values in. Now we've got minus, brackets minus 4, plus or minus minus 4 squared, minus 4 times 2 minus 5, divided by 2 times 2. Now, one of the major pitfalls here is people do not substitute in using the brackets, particularly when there's negative numbers, and therefore make a mistake with arithmetic. So these brackets that I've put in here are very, very important if you wish to get the question correct. So minus minus 4 is 4, and minus 4 all squared is 16. So you're going to have 4 plus or minus 16, minus 4 times 2 minus 5 is 40, so it's plus 40, all divided by 4. Notice the change of sign. The change of sign comes from minus 4 times minus 5, which makes it a plus. So putting it into brackets would also help to see these things. So this becomes 4 plus or minus 16 plus 40 is 56, divided by 4. Now IGCSE, this is where you would have got to with the problem, and you would have taken out your calculator. Now IB, sometimes you're expected to give what's known as the exact answer. So what you do is you look at 56 and you look to see if there are any square numbers that go into it. There is one, which is 4. So we rewrite 56 as 4, we've got 4 plus or minus, and 56 is rewritten as 4 times 14, because 4 14s make 56. So we'll look for a square number divided by 4. Now the square root of 4 is 2, so we rewrite this as 4 plus or minus, we're taking the 4 out of the square root sign to write it as 2, root 14 over 4. Now there's a great temptation here to divide this by 4, but don't do it, because this 4 is a common denominator to both parts of the question. So what you need to do is factorize out a common factor, 2, brackets 2 plus or minus root 14 over 4, and then do the cancelling. Okay, so we've got 2's going to 1 and into 4 twice. And then we get 2 plus or minus root 14 over 2. Now this is called the exact answer. If you want to do the calculated value, what we did in IGCSE, then you would put the brackets around the 2 and the minus, take away the minus 14, and here as well for the plus 1. If you don't put brackets around it, the calculator will just do root 14 divided by 2, and it's not that, it's 2 minus root 14 divided by 2. Hence I emphasised all at the beginning of this, divided by all divided by 2a. So the two answers that we get, this is called the exact answer. Okay, and when you work out the decimals, the decimal equivalents are minus 0.87 or 2.87. These are called the numerical answers.